Hello? Yeah, the audio should be working now. Hello, I'm Skippy Lucky 7, and we're gonna be playing some Minecraft with some light commentary. That's about it. I just want to play Minecraft. I haven't played it in a while. It's a fun game because mainly I've just been playing The Sims 2 and just been drawing and stuff, animating a little bit. And in the future, I have to review a controller because recently I got sent a controller to replace another controller, so might as well do a review. Uh, I don't really have much to say, but how's everybody doing? Hope you guys are having a decent week or a day. Come on, sign in. There we go. I think for me, Minecraft is a relaxing game. All you have to do is just like mine, collect the materials that you need, and it. I think the limit. I think um, I forgot the word for it. Like the limitless or the limited resources that you have makes you get more creative. What they're adding Street Fighter. Oh my god, they're adding Street Fighter to this game. They added Sonic, Mario, Pac-Man, Night Before Christmas, Steven Universe, Adventure Time, DuckTales, Disney. Now they're adding Street Fighter. I mean, technically, thanks to Smash Brothers, Steve has opened up a more broader area for him having connections with every other, with Mojang having more connections with every other company out there. So it only makes sense for Street Fighter to come next. I'm just amazed they haven't put Mega Man in there yet, because Mega Man would fit Minecraft a little bit. It's 8-bit. This has pixels. Okay, I got 97 percent. I still have to do free fall from the top of the cliffs, caves and cliffs, Star Trader at a build height limit. Sound of music. Make metals come to alive with sound of music from a jukebox. Take a strider for a long. Okay, yeah, I can do that. But yeah, basically, I don't really have a true goal for this. All I am is just building a world and like just trying to make a base. Like when you give your own world a story in Minecraft, it feels like it's. Let's name this Quest. Eh. Quest 64. Let's put this on hard. No bonus chest. I want to start off simple. Show coordinates. Yeah, that should be good. Hopefully I spawn in a grass terrain. Last time when I was playing this, not on a recording. Last time when I was playing this, I spawned in the desert right next to a jungle. It was okay, but it didn't. But it wasn't that great because pandas kept coming near me and attacking me. I didn't even know they could attack you. I thought they were like peaceful, but it turns out if pandas aren't near bamboo, they get really aggressive. So that's a downside. But the upside is I could like keep building scaffolding. Where's my remote? Oh shoot! Where the? And I spawned right in water. I better dig a hole. I want to dig a. Whenever I spawn in, I always like digging a hole down, just so I know that's the main area which I spawned in at. So I spawned in some water. That's not good, but also good in good sense because it's near the ocean, so I can try to find a. I forgot their name. A sanctuary, underwater sanctuary. Evoker. No. That's one of those evil villagers. It's a pufferfish thing, but what I'll do is like make my base here, And yes, I used a quick building thing. Please feel free to judge me. It's just quicker. I'm gonna take this extra grass and like. Yeah, this is a nice area. Okay, I spawned over here. Yep, right there. And then I start building outwards. This is going to be my main base of operations. All this. Hold on a sec. Let me find my remote. There we go. I found my remote. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this would be my main base of operations. Oh, I know the drowned will be able to get me, but it's a little bit better than drowning during spawn, like how I spawned in. But let's see what else we can talk about. Okay, I know this is gonna be dated, but a lot of people are upset with that movie Turning Red. Like, a lot of people are talking about how it doesn't look like a Pixar movie and how it doesn't look nice. I mean, it looks okay for a Pixar movie. You can't expect all movies to look the same. Like, you can't expect one company to make all their movies look the same as the other. Like, it's like if Disney kept making Mickey Mouse cartoons and you expect them to all look rubber hose. You can't expect that. They have to be different in some way, shape, or form, so that way you can tell they're different. Like, I'm grateful that when Princess and the Frog first released, it wasn't like another 3D princess movie that they were doing during that time. Like 2D is underappreciated. They mainly keep it just for TV, not a lot for animation or other stuff like that. You know, like movies. Cause like it's a great platform, but I can understand that with TV and media nowadays, people want to visualize their characters in a more 3D environment. Plus, also with 3D in cartoons, I'm saying 3D a lot. Plus, also using CGI, that's better. Not just keep saying 3D, but using CGI in cartoons is a little bit faster and easier. Cause earlier I was watching an old TV show that I used to watch as a kid on a now defunct TV channel or station called Cubo. If anybody remembers Cubo, that's a good channel. It's no longer running anymore because probably not enough funding, and plus the people who were running the station before, they were like, not a lot of people are tuning in due to the fact that streaming services are a thing. But like I was saying earlier, CGI in kids cartoons is easier because all you have to do is make assets for the characters and then just be like, okay, we could just keep reusing these same models and stuff for each and every other season. And if the show gets renewed for another season or a few more seasons, then they start branching out into making different locations, more assets. And that's understandable. You don't want to make a bunch of assets for a show that might get canceled at any time, and then you get stuck with a bunch of useless material that you'll never use. Because I think shoot, I've lost my train of thought. Nope, I found it again. I think shoot, I lost it again. Come on, brain, think. There we go, I found it. I think some TV shows, after they go under, or they get canceled, or they don't get picked up for another season, their assets get sold off to a game company and get sold out into different game companies or get used in other media. So, like, you might see a 3D mug that might look similar to another 3D mug, but it turns out it was scrapped because of that TV show being canceled, and now it's being used in another 3D or CGI movie or show. There we go. I found my thought. But overall, Turning Red doesn't look bad. It's just that like at certain angles or at certain scenes, the girl looks like Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. So I drew a picture of her looking like Wallace and Gromit. Of Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. Also, Aardman recently uploaded a video on YouTube talking about the history of Aardman. I like stop motion or claymation or feltmation is often underused because it takes a long time to do, but it's worth it once you see the final results because stop motion is a beloved genre that should still be used, and I'm glad that the people behind Aardman aren't doing CGI movies or using 3D that much. They'll only use it for certain types, like for backgrounds if they can't get the whole city done. And like that's understandable if they can't get the whole city done because you have to focus on doing the characters because doing the characters can literally take like about a month for a scene, or even to a year if you're trying to get the movements like more realistic, but not too choppy. I want to see that more because I want to see more stop motion TV shows. Movies are okay, but I want to see more, series. Because the last series that I can remember that used 3D was not 3D, stop motion was Santa Inc. I think. I didn't watch that. All I know is that everybody hated it because yada yada yada, wokeness, correctness, blah blah blah, blah. I mean, I like the idea of like, Christmas shows or series being a little bit, adult. Because like you can have a story talking about, Santa's greedy or the next heir of Santa. It's a good idea, but I think a lot of people got put off by it because of the fact that they, the characters were terrible. The setup was there, but how they display the characters in the story wasn't good. If they had a little bit more time working on it, the stop motion was good. I would say that. Like I said, I never watched an episode. I just saw the trailers and people review it. And I know I know that, you can't mainly base your opinions off of another person's opinion because, you didn't truly get to experience it. But when you watch it for yourself and see the trailers for yourself and literally see that the people who are making it don't want to listen to other people's opinions or feedback because they think that they're just going to say, oh, it bad because of this. You sort of build your own opinion off of that because they're not willing to listen or change. And that's opinions in general. Like, why should a person listen or change if you're not going to listen and change to them? But that's counterintuitive because nobody grows from it. I'm biased, to be fully honest. I need to look at both sides of the situation until I can truly make an opinion on my own, which is basic, which is the basic not standpoint, like basic foundation of actually forming an opinion. But Turning Red just looks sort of like, the story's just going to be about a girl who turns into a giant panda because of emotions. She gets through it with her friends and family, and then either she keeps the powers and Disney's able to like make a mascot costume out of that and it shows up at her parks, or I think I peaked the mic. Yeah. But they're either going to make a mascot costume or so she can show up at the park. Also, I saw this trailer for this Billy Elliot. Like there was this. I saw this trailer for like a Disney Plus special movie about this kid who wants to be on Broadway. The girl who played Phoebe from Friends is in it. Kudrow, Lisa Kudrow or something like that. But basically, it's about this kid who's like, oh, I want to be a star. I want to dance. Oh, look, they're putting on Lilo the Stitch the musical. I don't think that's a thing. Is that a thing? Hold on a sec. Is Lilo and Stitch the musical a thing? I gotta look that up. But basically, it's just not a fish out of water story, but I want to pursue my dreams type of story. And the jokes sort of feel flat. I will say this: the jokes feel flat. They don't seem that funny. Cause like there's one scene in the trailer where the dance instructor's like when he's auditioning for the role of Stitch or whatever. The dance instructor is like, okay, I want to see you do a split. And he's like, okay, but he's wearing like some really tight jeans, and then he rips his pants, and he starts getting really upset, and he starts saying, does anybody have a sewing kit on them? I need like thread number 4 or something, like the color of the thread. And then Lisa Kudrow starts talking to him, and she's like, oh, I've always admired you and your tenacity. I mean, at least it's unique. At least they're not actually putting on Lilo and Stitch the musical, even though that would sort of be cool to see, because that would have to be a mixture of sci-fi music, like electronic music, and also Hawaiian flute or banjo music. Not banjo, ukulele. But also, they did a Diary of a Wimpy Kid animated movie based off the first 2 books. To be honest, Disney could really cash in on Diary of a Wimpy Kid and just make like a whole TV series, like a pseudo series, like Modern Family, or in the same style as the original trilogy of movies that I think Fox made them. Yeah, 20th Century Fox. I remember going to go see the Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies in theaters. It was pretty good. It was fun to see, actually. I read the books. Like, books are still a valuable. I don't know if anybody has said this, but books are still a valuable, form of entertainment. I think people just don't read them as much because, like, we have the internet now. Why should we read when we can have like auto books read for us? I think it just has to do with, like, the further we start to evolve as a civilization, a little bit more lazier we become, or we start accepting. We start accepting the. I forgot what I was gonna say. We start accepting things that we come to with. I don't know. I lost train of thought. I lose train of thought a little bit, a lot. A little bit, a lot. That's counterintuitive talk right there. There's no such thing as a little bit, a lot. Or is there? Sheesh, creepers keep spawning back. At least I'm not dealing with skeletons. Well, the good news is the creeper blew that up, so I can start digging more. Let me just dig a way out. I do not have any coal. There we go. Also, one of the I don't go into Twitter that much. I will only go on there to look up news and stuff and be like, oh, that's interesting, or new merch from my favorite franchise, or a new game from my favorite franchise. But recently, one of the people that I follow, Nibirik, he makes 3D Sonic models, which I wish that he would share the models with people online, but I understand it's for his own personal use, for like commissions and stuff. I like, my New Year's resolution this year was like to learn how to make 3D models. I'm getting close to it. I know how to make a basic model and how to rig it. I'll probably, if people are interested in getting that 3D model that I made and trying to see what they can do with it, I'll post it in the description so that way people can just, have it for their own. I'll put like a Google Drive or a Megazip. But yeah, like I was saying, Nibirik, I think I'm saying his name wrong, but it's Nibq, Nibq. I'll just call him Q. No, no. I'm not gonna call him that. I'll just yeah, just look him up online. I'll probably post the link. But basically he oh sweet, I got a carrot. But basically I've been learning how to 3D model, and in one of his posts after he got done doing some models, he showed like these toppers, like the those bottle cap tops, but with a character on it, like how they sell it in Japan, and like they were Sonic the Hedgehog and Shadow, and I was like, whoa, where do you get these from? I bet these are Japanese exclusives. And I was like, oh man, I bet they're gonna cost a lot. Nope. It turns out they're not Japanese exclusives. It turns out they're from the hold on a sec. Good to drink Sonic. Sorry for the long wait. Come on, where is it? There we go. Good to Grow. It's called Good to Grow, and Good to Grow has these kid tops to it. They're a different type. They're a different type. The usual ones just have like a nozzle at the top of the head, but the other ones have like a character cap to it. And I want to try to find a Sonic one because at my close Dollar General, they have Knuckles and Shadow and Silver, but they don't have Sonic. So I want to try to find one of them. I know they're for kids, but hey, a collectible's a collectible, nonetheless. I might just go back and get Knuckles. Because like 3D models for character designing and stuff like that, I love 3D models, so you can go off of that because, a 3D template's always good for learning how a character's turnaround should be. Jeez, I need to find wool so I can make a bed, or just keep digging so I can get coal. Also, I've been watching a show called Miraculous Ladybug for some time. It's a good show. Like if you like the typical, that actually scared me, and I wasn't expecting that. Like I wasn't gonna scared because I really wasn't expecting a creeper to literally, well, it's in their name, creeper, but it just it just gave me a shock type of fright, not the like how most people when they play Minecraft over exaggerate their screams. But like I was saying, I'm watching the show called Miraculous Ladybug. I've been watching it for quite a long time now. It's a good show, but the quality of the series is slowly starting to go down because they're rushing certain character development, and they're rushing who gets certain powers and stuff, and it feels like half of the powers are made up or just useless or not needed anymore, because why should you have two abilities that do the same thing when one ability of it is fine? I just hope the finale of the series is decent at best, because if it's not decent at best, then they basically ruin the series for the future. I think most series do that. When like they get really popular, they start getting eager to create more, but they start rushing it, and when they start rushing it, some plot lines fall thin or some don't get solved. It's like, take your time. We get it. You're popular now. We know it's a lot of pressure to continue making shows and material, but don't sacrifice the quality of the show just so you can get episodes out more fast and frequent. If there's no heart in animation, then nobody's gonna have heart in the show itself. But also, like, you know how sometimes when you watch YouTube, you'll get recommendations in your, recommendations, like some weird videos that have nothing to do with what you watched before. Like, oh, I watched a cooking channel, and then I watched an episode on how to make cars. But then you get some weird recommendation for how to do hair, and you're like, my history is nothing but how to make cars and how to cook. I don't even know how I got hair recommendations in my thing, because nobody else uses my account except for me. But I got like these weird recommendations for Minecraft, and like maybe that's why I got inspired to play Minecraft again. But it was basically, they were talking about how all these Minecraft YouTubers are just coming out of nowhere, and they're called therapy streamers or something like that. And like the definition, it says on the Webster, that the guy who was making a video, basically he was talking about these relaxation or therapy streamers. They scream and shout, but they're not really relaxing, and a good slew of them are just coming out of the clockwork. Like, I can understand when something gets popular, everybody wants to hop in the bandwagon. I try to stay away from that. That's why I often don't try to make like videos or cartoons, because the new Pokemon game, Pokemon Violet and Indigo, I think. Not Violet and Sapphire. It's Violet and but the new Pokemon game came out, and the new 3 starters got showed off, and like everybody's making a bunch of cat weed jokes, and like I don't want to hop on that bandwagon, because it sort of seems like if one person does it, you don't really need another person to do it. Because like what am I contributing if I'll probably hop on, like, I won't lie, I tried to hop on a bandwagon a few times, but I was just like, I'm not into it. If I'm not into it or actually feeling that it's worthy of posting, I won't post it. Shoot, there goes my shovel. But basically, with all these new Minecraft YouTubers, they're just going around yelling and screaming, and they think screaming equals funny, and some people believe that's not to be funny. But hey, if their demographic's gonna be kids, let them have this. Let them have this, because those kids will sooner or later grow up. They're gonna be like, I used to watch this channel, but then I realized that I either grew up from it or I'm just not into it anymore. Like, let them have this. I understand it's annoying to you, and like, it's sort of, I want to say damages YouTube or whatever, but they're not really doing any harm. They're just coming out dime a dozen. A lot of people do it. When somebody or something becomes popular, everybody starts hopping on the bandwagon and thinking that they can, cash in a few bucks with it. Because they think about the fame first, and then they think about the precautions afterwards. They mainly think about the merchandising. I mean, like, the reason why I got into YouTube was because mainly I thought, hey, I want to show off my art. I think this would be pretty cool. And then that's why I did YouTube. And then I stopped doing it for a short time because I wanted to focus on other things, like actually getting my, money up. Because that's the pains of being an artist or a creator. You have so many ideas when you're working, but then you're too tired from work to actually do any of those ideas. But then when you're not working, you don't have any ideas, and you want to go back to work so you can get more ideas. And it's a cycle that happens a lot. Well, not specifically for me, but it might happen to some other people. Ooh, sheep. I don't want to kill them. I don't have any. I don't have any wheat. But the new Pokemon game looks okay. I just hope that they add in like voice acting, not like full length voice acting, except for like special events. I want them to add it like how they did Breath of the Wild, where like if they go up to a character, they go like during each text box, and like for the important events, they have like full length voice acting. Because Legends of Arceus has that, but only for when the Pokemon trainer gets hurt or when they fall down from a large cliff and take damage. I mean, like people are gonna be like I've talked to some people in the Pokemon Unite Discord about this, and like the Pokemon Unite Discord is not official. It's it's fan made. It's the Reddit Pokemon Unite Discord, but I talked to a few people about this, and they're like, it's not important as long as the Pokemon in battle is good. But the Pokemon series has been the same for over quite a few years. Like, they're finally doing open world. And speaking of that, with the open worldness, and like this is the generation of open world games. Everybody's going open world. Sonic, Pokemon, well, Kirby finally. But I like I keep saying, I forget my train of thought when I get going. There we go. I found it again. But I don't know. Like the Pokemon franchise whole gimmick is that you can train and evolve Pokemon. They get better with each time they get new designs. But hopefully in the future for Pokemon games, they evolve more than just, because Pokemon game plots are simple. Evil. Team 1 wants to do something bad that counteracts Team 2, but Team 2 wants to do something bad that counteracts Team 1. Like that's basically every Pokemon game. One team wants to do something bad that counteracts the other thing that the other team's doing. And it sort of feels like, counterproductive or counterintuitive. One wants to make more land, the other one wants to make more water, or have the world literally be nothing but water. It doesn't really help or solve the problem with whatever the other team is doing. Like I know a lot of people want deeper stories from like, kids games that they grew up with because they want to see them evolve. Like Sonic the Hedgehog tried doing that. Zelda's not specifically for kids, it's for everybody. But when a certain character falls into, or a certain game or characters fall into a certain genre and their mass appeal goes to a specific category of people, then it's sort of hard to try to make them be taken seriously. You just want to have everybody you just want the character to have a little bit of something for every character that makes it enjoyable for everybody. That's why everybody always says like Mario's the greatest game character ever, because he can be for both kids and adults. But when it comes to other characters, people either say, that's just for kids. That's just for adults. Like God of War is strictly for adults. And then they say something like Undertale is strictly for kids. I know a lot of people are gonna say Undertale's not strictly for kids. Yeah, but it's how certain people make it like that. They think just because of that. Should I kill this sheep? I do need wool. I'm sorry. I need wool to make a bed so that way I can just sleep through the night and keep going back up in the morning. 'Cause sooner or later I'm gonna have a problem. with sky mantises. You know. Come back here, chicken. Screw you, chicken. Sheesh, I have not left that area. I want to try to at least make a decent base so then I can leave out further. Woo. Thankfully, the explosion didn't get me because the zombies were in front of me. Yeah, I'll make a little tiny island home and, you know, make that my base of operations. Got more dirt. That's 4. That's 4. That's 4. This is 3. Okay, time to build this way. I gotta start building under. Come on. There we go. That way, drown don't spawn underneath here. I could start fishing. I have enough. Also, I can make more wool out of spider string. Yeah. Other than that, with video games, like also with video games, with Legends of Arceus, like I understood everybody got really excited because they were like, oh wow, an open world Pokemon game, finally! But they didn't really do that much. Like sure, Pokemon are walking around now and battles and transitioning into battles feel more natural, like a Xenoblade. But it felt like a demo. And I know they're using what they learned from Legends of Arceus into the new Pokemon game, Violet and Indigo. Or what is it? I don't want to keep getting it wrong. Is it Violet or Indigo? New Pokemon game. Scarlet and Violets, that's it. Scarlet and Violet. Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. But it just sort of seems like when that game comes out though, like it just seems like Legends of Arceus was just made as a demo so that way they can have a base for Pokemon Scarlet. And like I love the Pokemon series. I do. My friend got me Pokemon Sword. And like I bought Pokemon Moon from GameStop. I still remember when GameStop did a promotion, you got a free poster and a button of the Pokemon of which game you got. So since I got Moon, I got Lunala. But Legends of Arceus just sort of felt like a demo. It felt like a demo testing out the open worldness and the transitioning between battles and capturing Pokemon. I never bought the game because like the thing with me is that shoot. Where's he going? I guess I scared him off. A while back, I remember when I played Minecraft, I remember killing a zombie when a baby zombie was riding his parent on the back. And like I killed the parent and like the baby zombie literally ran and hid underneath the tree. I think it was a glitch, but also it sort of seemed like it was crying. I know that sounds bad, but if that's a detail that they added in, then that's pretty a good detail. That's a pretty good detail they added in. Do I have enough wool? I got 6 wool. I can always find more spiders. Two chickens. I gotta get apples so I can turn villagers back into humans again. Should I? Did I use up all my wool? No, I still got enough. I can make a fishing rod. This is gonna take forever just to fish. That's one. Just 30 more hours to go, and then I'll have enough. But yeah, like soon. Like the thing with me is that if a company wants to try out a new mechanic or a new type of playstyle, they should release the demo for everybody to try and like get feedback off of that. That way, they're not developing a full game with bugs and stuff, and people can be like, hey, because if you want to try out a game nowadays, like the newest game, you have to literally get tickets to go to E3, fly out there, try the game, or literally wait in line, like roughly at 3 hours to 4 hours to try out a game. Fly back home and then wait until the game gets released, and it turns out it's buggy, it's terrible, and like I know a lot of people have high expectations from high AAA developers like, like Microsoft, Nintendo, Sony. But, we still have that uncertainty that the games will not live up to what we saw before. Because, like, things can change. Because things can always change over a few months after the first press release or first showcase of the game. Like, if you like Pokemon Arceus, that's good on you. I'm just saying that I don't want games or development of games to slowly go from, or games being released just to being tech demos just so they can use that same, software, same gimmick into a future game instead of just making a game and then just having a demos being like, oh, this demo is just to test out ideas that we have for you guys. If you guys don't like it, then tell us. Because I don't want to spend 60 to 70 bucks on a demo of a game that's literally just going to be used, or half of the assets are going to get ported over to the true final game. Other than that, the new Pokemon designs look good. Like everybody's making weed cat jokes because cat being a grass type equals weed. Haha, that's funny. I can already tell that the most forgotten starter is gonna be the crocodile or the alligator. It's gonna be the fire type. I'm sorry. Each generation has a forgettable starter. Some generations don't, but each one has, because like everybody hated on Poplio because they were like, ew, it's an ugly cat clown seal. I like Poplio. I like clown seal. And then like it didn't even turn out to be a clown seal. It turned out to be a beautiful mermaid. And then everybody looked like, everybody ate their own words because they were like, ew, I'm not getting that. You got macho wrestler cat. You got archer owl. You got beautiful mermaid. And everybody was like, "Oh God!" It's like that meme. Don't make fun of the nerd in high school. Because everybody really hated Poplio for that short time, and then when Poplio turned out to be a beautiful Sardonis, oh, she's beautiful. Oh, don't judge a book by its cover. Ooh, other sheep. Gotcha. Now I can make a bed. But also, like, I've been playing Pokemon Unite a lot too. It's a fun game, but when you play solo, it's hard, and they just introduced Hoopla. And Hoopla is a good character in concept, but a bad character in execution, because, like, you can literally have Hoopla steal fruit and berries from the other team so they can heal up. They're also able to let their teammates go back to base, heal up, and then come right back to the spot that they were fighting in. And also, they're able to teleport their whole team to different goal points, to different like goal posts at the game. So it makes it really unfair and unbalanced. Like, it's a good idea. It's a good idea, but terrible idea in execution. Terrible in execution. Other than that, I was talking to some people when I was playing, because, like, playing solo rank is really hard, but playing with people in the Pokemon Unite Discord is fun, and you meet a lot of new people. You guys might have a good chemistry or whatever. But also speaking of, like, talking in VCs, because I'm leading up to that due to the Pokemon Unite talk. Like, I meet a lot of people online. A lot of people say, "Huh, Skippy, you're funny," or "Skippy, huh, you're okay to hang out with," and, like, I get that. But the thing with me is that oh, sweet, I found the underwater not an underwater cave, but just a cave. But the thing with me is that, like, I meet people online. Some people send me friend requests being like, "Hey, Skippy, friend me so we can always play together." And I'm like, I don't friend people who I don't really know, because, like, I'm an acquaintance online, because, like, I see friendship as a ranking. Like, there's rankings to, like, people that you know, people that you don't know, because, like, it goes from stranger to acquaintance to friend to best friend for life, and then there's some filler ranks in between. But, like, I don't friend a lot of people that I don't know, because, like, let's be honest, I'm just some random guy on the internet that nobody truly knows. Some people might listen to my videos or watch my videos and think, "Hey, Skippy's a pretty okay dude from what I've watched and stuff." I'm literally a random person, and I think due to the fact that a lot of people, like, especially a lot of little kids or people who don't have friends, they sort of self-project themselves onto their favorite YouTubers or influencers or even famous people, because they feel like they have a friend in that person, because they play the games that they like their commentary. Listen, I can't say for other people, but I'm just a stranger on the internet who does this for fun. Some people do it for profit, and some people just do it because they find it relaxing, or they want to share and actually help people learn new things. So, like, if I don't friend you online, don't take it to heart. Or if I don't, oh shoot, if I don't friend you right away or something like that, don't take it to heart. It's just that I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I don't know you that well to where I can say, yes, we are friends. If more online features were added, like, oh, you consider so and so an acquaintance, you can talk to them sometimes, or something like that, I would love that. So that way, people know how you stand by it, or how you stand, or what the, relationship you guys have. Because I have gotten into some online acquaintanceships where people either get really needy, or people start saying things behind my back, and they start thinking that just because I'm not associated with them, or I don't talk to them that much, I'm automatically not their friends anymore. Well, not their friends, but, like I was saying, acquaintances, or that I hate them. I don't know. I like, to be fully honest, I don't know why people like me anyway. I've asked my in real life friends like, why do people like me? And they're like, Skippy is because you're funny. Like I'm not trying to honk my own horn here and be like, yeah, I'm so cool. Listen to me, but it's just how I feels. Like what's the common interest of people? Why would people want to hang out with me? And if people say it's because you're nice, that's the most generic answer that you can sort of give to a person. I know it might be true, but like it's like the most typical answer that anybody can give. Like an anime protagonist in a harem, like, oh, why do all these girls like you? Oh, it's because I'm nice. You're nice, yeah. What else do you have? Well, I have this unspeakable, godless, unlimited power, and also because I'm nice. So these girls like you because you have unlimited power and you're nice, yeah. That's why every single anime protagonist is the most boring, bland protagonist out there. Like literally, like the only thing in like even the designs. I bet if you were to mix around the characters and of like a boring generic anime, people will get the names and the character design wrong. Because like just because the character is nice doesn't automatically mean they're memorable, in my opinion. No. Plug you up. I'm just gonna build here. But like I watch a good amount of shows, anime. But like the characters just are really generic. They're like, oh, I'm your typical guy. Uh-oh, some wacky coincidence happened to where I am a chosen one, or I have unremarkable speakable powers. But to truly tap into those powers, I have to either kiss a girl or have do the funky with them. What the heck was that? And like it's generic. It's really generic. And I know, I know, because like I think the thing why people like stuff like that is because they can, project themselves into the characters and be like, yo, I'm important. I'm the super duper strong boy. Well, at least I have an elevator heading down. Okay, this isn't good. Okay, that was close. I do not have a torch. Okay, I need food. I can't tell if it's nighttime because I don't have a clock on me. At least I have an elevator going down and up. It's the afternoon. There we go. Okay, all I need to do is just make some food and I'm gone. How much do I need to make a bed? 3. Luckily I have more wood. Go. Okay. I don't want to eat all my chickens because chickens are really useful. But yeah, like I don't know. I just don't want that. I forgot what I was talking about. It's because I was paying too much attention to the skeleton. There we go. Got some wood. Got some ore. I can make some more torches. There we go. Nighttime. What like also I know it's a lot of that a lot of cartoons are trying to come out. Like I've been watching a lot of independent cartoons coming out on YouTube because I forgot their names, but there's this one with a rat who goes to college, and his friend flushes down some illegal narcotics. Let's say it like that. And the toilet overflows and floods the whole dorm. I forgot what it was called, but everybody's making a lot of independent cartoons and stuff. And like, I wish I had that type of tenacity and I don't know, equipment to actually do the cartoons that I want. Because like a lot of people have passion projects out there, and I gotta commend them on that. I just wish I had the funds to like buy an act, because I want to get one of those monitors to where you can actually draw. Because I hate those, like I don't hate, but I don't like using those drawing tablets where you can't see what you're doing. I want to actually see what I'm drawing, like a typical tablet from like Samsung or Apple. I got an off-brand tablet from Walmart called an On tablet that I usually use to animate. It's okay, and I use Flip-A-Clip, and I know most people are gonna be like, "Oh, Skippy, use Flip-A-Clip? That's for babies." I don't know, but I need more pickaxes. I just want that creative freedom. I think everybody wants that freedom to where they can create anything that they want without feeling scared or feeling that they're gonna get ridiculed or made fun of. You know, just that confidence. Other than that, I've mainly been watching one of my favorite streamers, uh, Vinny Vine Sauce. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of YouTubers or Let's Play channels. I only watch the ones that I actually like because like they're always either summed up in "Yo, what's up, guys? It's me. Welcome back to my channel," and like stuff like that. It doesn't put me to sleep. It keeps me up. The thing with Vinny is that like he has such a radio type of talk voice where like, oh, it's nice to listen to, and it's nice to fall asleep to. It's like that. It's relaxing. It's like you're having a conversation with him. It's not feels like he's talking down to you, being like, "Look, kiddies, an ore. Let me go mine it. Do you guys like waffles? Hit the like button if you like waffles." And it's stuff like that. It makes me angry because I see my little cousins watch that, and then I'm like, "You guys like watching this stuff?" And they're like, "Yeah," and like I can't judge them because you know they're little kids. I probably watch stuff like that. I watched like the Wiggles and Blue's Clues when I was little. But the thing is, they didn't make me feel dumb. They made me feel like I was a part of it, like making fruit salad. But I don't like fruit salad because I just like eating each of the fruits individual. I don't want them all mixed together because they all start getting wet. And then they all start getting smushy. And then it ruins the fruit. And then like they spoil quicker. I think that's why most YouTubers are like, "Oh, I hate these new guys because it feels like they're talking down to their audience and not actually, you know, saying intelligent stuff." And like I said before, let them do what they do. The kids will grow up and be like, "I had fun with that when I was little, but I'm not a big fan anymore." That's why I don't buy a bunch of merchandise from YouTubers, because like as soon as you get older, your kids are probably gonna go into your stuff and be like, "Hey, what's this, mom or dad or guardian?" And they're gonna be like, "Oh, this is from a YouTuber that I used to watch," and it's gonna be like a really old YouTuber, and then like the kids are gonna be like, "I wonder what that YouTuber's doing now." The kid goes online, looks up what the YouTuber's doing. Turns out they're still doing YouTube, but they're like in their in their late 70s, and imagine a YouTuber doing YouTube for that long. They started out as a kid, and now they're like an old elderly person being like, "Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be taking my pills for insomnia." And then just in the background you hear like their partner or the partner being like, "Ah, did you take out the trash? I took it out yesterday. Don't judge me, woman. Get off of my back." Okay, fam, let's go back to playing Sonic All-Star Team Racing. I want to see that. I want to see a YouTuber get old and just keep playing, just keep doing videos at the age that they're at. Because most YouTubers stop during like their 30s or 40s because they know they can't bring in an audience because they're old and they can't relate anymore and they probably can't keep up with the trends. And like, it doesn't matter what age you are, as long as you're, entertaining people and not doing anything to hurt them, and as long as you're actually contributing. Okay, fam, we're gonna go to the doctor office, and the doctor's like, "Sir, please do not record." He's like, "No, I need this for my vlog." He brings his grandson along. "Okay, Billy, vlog me getting this camera shoved up my butt." "I don't want to, Grandpa." "No, watch it, Billy." "Dad, do you take my son to your yearly physical examination?" "Yeah, I needed somebody to hold the camera." "He has gray hands." "I can't hold it anymore because my hands are shaky." The grandpa doesn't get to see his grandson again. "What's up, Grandpa Nation? My son won't let me see my grandson again because he said I shouldn't be taking him to my physical. What do you think?" All the little kids are like, yeah, take your grandson to your physical again. "Okay, screw you, Jacob. I hate my son. My son, Jacob." Sheesh, how much underwater is there? Hold on a second. Woo. Okay, I got air, so I can mine. Plus also, like, it's always good to have another underwater cave. Nope, this just leads to the other area that I was in. But it's always good to have like a New Year's resolution, because it's always good to find like what things you probably might be good at that you probably never tried. Like, I don't know, playing a song, because like I have a musical instrument. It's a metalodica. It's basically one of those pianos that you blow into to make noise. And like, I haven't really used it that much. I mean, like, I think I bought it because it was on sale, and I was like, yeah, this would be pretty fun to play. I learned how to play the Super Mario Bros. Theme song on it. I learned how to play my own theme tune on it. And then I was like, yeah, this is cool. And then I just put it up somewhere to where I'll be like, I'll probably pick this up when I truly need this, if I want to make more music. But like, you hear from like a lot of different people saying that making music's easy or making music's hard. It all depends on if you're willing to put in the effort to learn that. Because some people learn from an early age because their parents have them learn music. I was like part of a music club back in grade school. I learned how to play the recorder, because that's the typical instrument that all grade schoolers can play, because all you have to do is just blow into it and hope that you don't spit into it. I threw out my recorder a long time ago. I don't have it with me anymore. I wish it was an instrument, or an instrument where you can just, I don't know, talk and then just turn your vocals into the song. I know that's basically just auto-tune, but I mean like actually you sing like one note and then it just turns your whole vocal range into like a, like like a music sheet. I know there's probably like there's probably like a music maker type of thing out there on the App Store. Jeez, there's a whole island behind me. I could probably create a boat and start traveling out like One Piece. I haven't watched One Piece. The last time I watched One Piece was on like the CW4 Kids or Fox Kids. I mean, like, I think the thing with watching new anime or watching new shows that are still going, it's really hard to get into because trying to watch all those episodes sort of seems off-putting because, like, oh man, I'll never be done with this, or I'll have to watch everything, and I even have to watch the filler episodes. Some people may think because they're like, if I don't watch everything, I'll miss out on everything. Thus counteracting that I actually watched the show, or something similar to that. Also, I've been noticing there's like a lot of animation channels that are doing like, I forgot what that YouTuber, the animator's name was. Basically, he animated a bunch of like sexy girls, and then he got popular because of that. And now everybody's doing the same thing where they animate a bunch of attractive females, and then they get popular from that, and then they continue that. And some say that they're learning because they want to learn animation and basic autonomy, which is a good thing. But it just sort of seems like, when you see one, you sort of seen them all. Your neurons start a little booba.
Girl with booba, me want more.
Have you guys ever, like, I don't know, gone to a store and like you're doing a checkout, and then you see like you're at the cash register, you forget something, you're like, oh no, or you don't have enough cash on you, so you have to put something back, but you're trying to decide and you're holding up the whole line for everybody else. I do that sometimes. I know that's bad. I know that's wrong because because you don't want to make everybody wait, and you don't want to seem like that one person who's undecisive. It's just hard trying to decide which item you want to put back. I want to keep, like, sometimes I will buy like a whole batch of cupcakes. Cuz sometimes when it's a slow day and like you're doing something or creating something, you just want to have a little cupcake to nibble on with some buttercream frosting and some milk after you eat a taco or chicken tenders. But you sort of just wanna you just sort of want a cupcake, but you don't want to hold up the whole line. So you decide what you don't really need. You're like, do I really need vegetables, even if they're in a can? I mean, like, I might eat them, I might not, and then you just put back the thing that you need the most just for sacrifice of the things that you want, and you're like, I'll worry about it next time. And then when it comes up and you're eating cupcakes or eating whatever, or playing or eating or whatever you bought that you wanted instead of what you needed, you're like, oh, I really needed that. Oh, I do that a lot. I shop as if I'm gonna have a party every single time, and then I end up having to throw food out, and I need to start buying food that, like, start shopping small for things or food that I actually will eat and will need. But I always expect to be like, I'm expecting guests, which I often do. I mean, like, my little cousins come over. They have a blast playing my games and stuff. And then like literally I'll be like, hey, let's go out to the park, let's go out to have fun. I don't take them out that much anymore except for like shopping or something like that, but still I want them to go out and experience some stuff. They'll be like, yeah. Once I get done with this level, and then you can tell they're bored. I think the thing with a lot of people is that you want your kids to have the same sort of type of childhood that you want. I know my little cousins aren't my kids, but I want my little cousins to experience the same wonders that I had when I was little. But it's gonna be different for every generation, and plus, also, you shouldn't try to force it on them because if you force anything on anybody, they'll start to resent it. That can go with anything. It doesn't even have to be that you're young or anything. People will just resent things if you try to force it on them. I think, and that's why you got a lot of people who hate certain topics, sports, video games, music, because they were forced onto it by their own parents or people. Like, it turns out one of my friends hate, or not hates, but they don't like the Has Been Hotel series or You're the Boss. And like everybody, she's an artist too. Her name's Fuko. You could check out her channel and my channel friends. But like everybody expects her to like Vizzy Pop's art style, but she's like, no, I don't like Vizzy Pop's art style. I really don't like it. She doesn't hate it. She just doesn't like it. It is not her type. It's not her cup of tea. They said you can find diamonds with the new update at 50 or 64 depth. You see the middle coordinate? That's how far I need to go down. The negative 17. The one on the far left, that's the forward and backwards. And the one on the far right is the left and right. I should know this. I should know that. Yeah, XYZ. That's it. Like Pokemon. Also, I watched the Cuphead show. The Cuphead show is really good. I read online, and that a lot of critics were like, talking smack about it, saying like, "Ooh, it's nothing like the game." Not a lot of not a lot of cartoons based off of video games are gonna be like the video games. Only a sparingly few. And besides, you have to build up to it. If you just give them what they want off the get-go, it starts getting old real quick. Like, they built up to with Sonic X, they built up to the adventure plot lines and then later built up to the Medarek plot line. And the Medarek plot line has nothing to do with any of the games. That's just the anime original. That's why everybody loves it so much. But yet nobody really likes Chris Thorndike. And I can understand why nobody really likes Chris Thorndike, because he's the richest kid in the show. He's able to house Sonic and his friends with no troubles. Everybody just sort of accepts that Sonic and his friends are there. His mother's a movie star. His dad runs a company that sells electronics and other business and other items. And his uncle's like a famous police officer / race car driver. I don't know what Chris has to be sad about. And then he has a good group of friends. Token black kid and token Tom girl, and token wheelchair girl. But yet Chris is like, I want Sonic. Like that. I think that's why nobody likes him that much. Oh shoot, you guys probably hear that in the background. An ambulance. I think it stopped. Yeah, it stopped as soon as it got close. But Chris Thorndike complains way too much in the series. Like, oh, why isn't Sonic here? I get it. He's a self-insert for kids, so that way they can feel like I'm friends with Sonic too, or that kid could be me. But no kid's that rich lives in a giant mansion with their giant inventor grandfather, a Japanese butler, and a Mexican maid, and the English dub. And gets that self-pitied. Oh, poor me. I have all these riches and no friends. Where are your friends, Chris? You guys don't count. I don't want you guys as my friends. I just want Sonic. Screw you, Chris. I think it's a running joke in the community now that because in Sonic X, Chris's teacher was like working for the gun agency, and he kept spying on Chris to learn more about Sonic. But I think it's just a joke now that Chris's teacher might be a creep, just literally following this kid, and he might be delusional. It's funny in context, but horrifying in reality. Yeah, I have a sword. I'll just make another sword and an axe and a shovel. I'm literally not exploring anywhere else. I'm just going back and forth in the mine, and I know this isn't that much entertaining for people. I'm sorry. I just want to get all the materials that I can and like just try to build a house off of that. But other than that, like the Cuphead show was really good. I went on a tirade about not a tirade, but a small little rant about Sonic X and how it's good, but also some plot lines are bad. But the Cuphead show's good. Good. It's done by the same guy who did the Mickey Mouse shorts for Disney. But it has more of a budget, I would say, because like we're in the next renaissance of old cartoons that are made for new generations, like the Looney Tunes shorts on HBO Max, Go Plus, Infinity, Beyond. Like all these streaming services. Sheesh, there's so many streaming services out there that I forget how many there really are. Because like I know there's a new Curious George. I don't think anybody remembers Curious George. Shoot, I mean to do that. For just for you know, I'm playing this on Switch. If you probably scrolled in future, I sort of forgot that I was playing on this on Switch too. If you guys ever had those neighbors, like you know, those neighbors who play music really loud, because like every single time, whenever I wake up, my neighbors downstairs or upstairs, one of them plays King of the Hill, and I can hear the whole theme song, like the whole and like I'll wake up to it, being like, what the heck? And then I'll just hear Boomhauer in the background going, dang on man, dang on, the Hank man, propane man, is selling propane, the propane salesman man, dang on, right man. And I'll just be like, am I watching a YouTube poop? Because I keep thinking of the old, I forgot the YouTuber's name, Orsafu YouTube collab of King of the Hill collab 4 and 5 and stuff.
Ooh, I do not like that.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm gonna have to kill you. I don't have a golden apple, and I don't have a potion of weakness. Well, I found diamonds, and I found another one of you guys. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. First diamond. There we go. I think that's another thing that I don't like. I don't like when people overreact to something. I can understand something's really exciting that they never thought would believe. Because, like, I will say this: I overreacted when Banjo Kazooie got into Smash Bros. Ultimate. I won't lie. I got really excited. I was like, yes, yes, this only makes sense. And like a good portion of my family members thought I was going insane because they ran in, well, not ran in, but they knocked on the door and they were like, Are you okay? Well, what's going on here? Did you stub your toe? And I'm like, no, Banjo Kazooie got in. They're like, who? Who the heck are Banjo Kazooie? And then my little cousins get excited because they're like, yeah, Banjo Kazooie. And even their parents are like, who the heck is Banjo Kazooie? Who the heck are these bird and bear that make everybody go crazy? Bear and bird are in fighting game. Cheer for people. Cheer, people, cheer. I'm out of torches. I need more torches to go on. There should really be a mechanic on the Bedrock Edition where you can hold a torch and it lights up the way. Wait, is it a thing? Hold on a sec. No, it's not a thing. Just so I don't dip in. Let's try to go lower. There we go. Cause like sometimes when I watch reaction videos, I will watch them. It seems like people are just going overboard with reaction because like I get it. You're excited for something that came out or excited for a certain franchise or character that you never thought would get into something. But I know there's people who probably ham up certain things because I don't know this guy's name, but there's this guy who's like doing Talking Ben videos now. Like, you know, Talking Ben, that dog who repeats what you say and he'll react to what you say to him. And like he got popular after doing one video, and now his whole shtick is that he'll react to Ben saying stuff. And that's good. He found his gimmick. He found his audience. But you can only do so much with that. Sheesh, it's like I'm taking the stairway to heaven. If you were to get rid of the torches, it would look like you're walking down or up. No one would know. Yeah, I should really make a minecart system once I get all the stuff I need. And it's nighttime. I got one diamond. That's a... Dodge and weave, dodge and weave, dodge and weave, dodge and weave. If I meet a wolf, I better feed him a bone so that way I can make like a huge wolf group. Well, I just got armor. Sweet. Three out of 4 of an armor set. Well, he's going to turn into a baby drown. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of... I think that's why a lot of people like Minecraft too, because like it's like Breath of the Wild. Well, not like Breath of the Wild, but you know, it's due to the fact that it's open world and like just they added so much to it to where like you can go underwater, find enemies down there with weapons, find sanctuaries, dungeons. And it's in its own sense, Minecraft is technically by default a dungeon crawler. Because you're literally going through dungeons to find rewards and loot to later use for your own like, cause. I gotta chop down more trees. Because I don't have enough to make, Oh, no, wait a sec. I just never took that out. I know I could start making like a farm with sheep and cows and stuff, but I just want to cover my bases for getting enough ore. Because once I start making my base, I'm going to make like a castle, like a little dome. Because whenever I play Minecraft, I always like making dome houses, like an igloo wood house. Like the type of house that Kirby has. Also, speaking of Kirby, it didn't take people long after that trailer, after they showed off that cheetah or leopard villain. So they didn't take long, like artists didn't take long to start drawing pictures of her. So the internet works fast in marvelous but also terrifying ways.
Character with big thighs must draw.
Yeah, but do we have to draw her?
Yes. She big thigh. We small men. She crack head with thigh.
If I gotta find some gravel so that way I can make like some flint and steel. Basically just a lighter. Look at all this birch wood. You know those quizzes like those quizzes that say like, well, not quizzes, but those things that say the last game that you played, you're now in it, or what game would you like to be stuck in for the rest of your life? Like with Minecraft, you get to make your own food, you get to be in it. With I've seen a lot of people choose Animal Crossing, but here's the thing: if you choose like the newest Animal Crossing, you don't get any new dialogue from your characters. Your characters will say the same thing. They'll never leave your island unless you tell them to leave, because the new Animal Crossing, New Horizons, they won't leave your island unless you ask them to. And technically, they're just glorified dolls. That's what they are. New Horizons is just like my dream island or my dream paradise, where the people that I want on it can stay on it, and the people that I don't want on it can leave. But they have to tell me when they want to leave. I'd rather be in Minecraft because, sure, it's gonna take a while for me to get resources, and if I die, I just spawn back, but I lose everything that I worked for. But I don't know. It's the calm and tranquility of knowing that you worked for what you wanted, and now you got into where you are. Sheesh, look at that wide open, flat ocean. Oh yeah, I gotta start cooking meat. Okay, gotta make some more axes. It's gonna take a while. Maybe I should make another stone furnace. Yeah, let's make 2 so that way when I come back, they'll always be done. Oh yeah, that covers that up. There we go. I know I could just make a smoker, but you get more experience if it's from like stone furnaces. I think. Oh yeah, I better leave my fishing rod. I'm not gonna really need anything, and plus I don't want to lose it. There we go. Got some pork chops. Now I can serve that up. Yeah, let's just start making a farm so that way I can just keep feeding them and keep getting back, food. And I know I could probably lead this cow over since I got wheat now, but might as well just kill. They'll spawn back. I don't. The good thing is that animals spawn in Minecraft at random, so you don't really have to worry about losing anything if you kill them. There we go, fully fed. See right there, they all spawn right back. Yeah, I'll make a farm right now. Oh, better get some wheat. And the door. Oh yeah, better dig a path so that way I know which one's the door. There we go. Ah, the cow left. At least I got the sheep. There we go. I'm all out of wheat, but at least I got some sheep. Okay, back into the mine I go. I can't wait until they add frogs to this next patch of Minecraft. Oh yeah, I keep saying I recently, Well, in the past, I watched this video about this guy who stole gameplay footage from this other guy, and like he literally played over it, but he cuts the video short, or his like he's doing a live stream. He cuts his live stream short because everybody sees that he messed up on something, and he's playing with the wrong controller from the wrong console because the gameplay is from a Xbox, but he's playing with a PlayStation controller. Like, I can understand using footage of gameplay, like, to show demonstration between the quality of different consoles or versions. I can understand that, as long as you get the permission from the other person, or if you credit them as the person who did the gameplay. But if you're just gonna take somebody's own original stuff and just start playing over it, thinking that I'm the one who's playing it, that's just a scummy move. That's a real scummy move. Also, I know most people say, Skippy, you literally re-uploaded somebody else's work. Yes, I re-uploaded Steam Garden CD version by Silva Gunner, or Gunner Silva. After Nintendo took down their hold on a second. Sorry about that. Had to go check on something. But like I was saying, but Skippy, you re-uploaded somebody else's work. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I remember when Silver Gunner or Gilva Sunner, they their YouTube channel got taken down from Nintendo because they were doing some high quality rips of their music, and like they were doing remixes of of Nintendo music and other music. They weren't literally re-uploading full versions of Nintendo music, like of, I don't know, World Dash 1 or Overlay or Athletic Theme in its full. It was just basically remixes with other songs. It was music mixing with other songs to make something new. And like Nintendo got really upset because they were like, "Hey, that's our property," which doesn't make sense. Since like they're not doing any harm, so you're telling like release official albums and soundtracks of the music so that way we can listen to it. And stop shortening the songs that we like, because literally you ruined the DK rap for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I don't care. I do not care if the DK rap isn't fast in music, so it can be matching up with the tone of Super Smash Bros. When you have songs literally like fashion designer for Nintendo 3DS and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that's not a battle music song. That's just casual music. And neither is Nintendo Land. Nintendo Land doesn't even have a remix, so that's not a battle song either. So don't be hypocritical. Just like, and then you ask dumb questions. Like I remember when they asked that question, like, "What's your favorite Nintendo song or your favorite Legend of Zelda song?" Everybody uploaded the same link to a Zelda song that was taken down by Nintendo on YouTube. So everybody was like, "Yeah, we can't listen to it because you took it down, Nintendo. How are we supposed to share what type of music we like if we can't share the music that you guys make?" Also, in my opinion, like I like digital games, but you should only buy a digital game if it's on sale, because when your console goes off, or when your console gets broken or something like that, or when the services for said console is over, do you technically own those games? Oh shoot, this is dark. Cause it feels like you don't own those games. It feels like you're just borrowing them or renting them. Because like if I were to buy Super Smash Bros. Digitally, it doesn't feel like I own it. It feels like I'm just borrowing it. Okay, good. There we go. Sheesh, all these villagers are down here. There we go. At least I found more diamonds. I'm sorry, I don't have a golden apple. I can't save you. I'm sorry, I don't have a golden apple. I would like to save you, but I don't have it. Sheesh, all these zombies. I did put this on hard, so that's mainly my fault. But like, the thing with me is that I like playing on hard Minecraft because, you know, it's more rewarding when you die and then you come back, then you die, then you come back, and then you finally kill the thing that you're after. And like, I don't hardly ever change the difficulty of Minecraft unless I really want to get the thing that I want. There we go. Got some gold. But anyway, with Nintendo and like being able to, like, I get it, it's their music. But technically, when we buy a game, we're buying the soundtrack, we're buying the soundtrack, we're buying the gameplay and experience and the entertainment of the game. So, do we not have the right to, like, you know, stream the game? I can understand games like Grand Theft Auto where you can't, you know, show the music or listen to the music because that music's copyrighted by different shareholders and different people. But if the music from one game, like Mario, if the music is copyrighted from one game like Mario, then shouldn't I or other people have the right to, like, I don't know, play the music? I know they didn't make it, but I don't know. Some people can be really protective towards their copyright, which is understandable because like you can lose it at any moment if you don't renew it or something like that. But if you can't even let people listen to a sample of a song of it online, then and like people can't share it, That's how you get other people interested. I just gotta be careful. Also, playing Minecraft with friends is always fun because you guys get to create your own little world and your own little bases. I love seeing that. I love. I don't watch that many Minecraft YouTubers because, like, half of them go overboard with their reactions and how they exaggerate. Like, I found 3 million things in Minecraft.
I'm sorry. Sorry, doing that voice hurts.
Oh God. Doing that voice hurts. I'm sorry for all the coughing in the mic. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But like, I don't know. You get those fakey guys. You get those guys who over exaggerate, who over fake reactions, who don't feel natural, and it feels like, if they're not if they're not jingling keys in front of you, they're losing the baby's interest. I think that's why everybody makes fun of MatPat so much because of his voice. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, and I'm MatPat. Did Freddy turn into Sans while Ness of Undertale turned into Foxy? You just make. I think it's easier to make fun of people like that on the internet because of their voice and what they do. I mean, MatPat's probably an okay guy. I've never met him. I've never talked to him. I'm never associated with him. But his videos seem to be okay. I mean, like, I'll go back and watch Game Theory videos to be like, oh, that actually makes me think. And then you'll learn a little bit, because, like, math and science. Like, literally, if MatPat could get out of Game Theory and, like, if let's say a studio network picks him up, they could be like, hey, MatPat, you could be the next Bill Nye the Science Guy. And then that would be a little bit better, because kids would associate MatPat with learning, and then that would be even better. Instead of learning about kids being stuffed into suits and how long until a guy goes to jail or a guy dies just because he's a child murderer or something like that. I would like to watch like a MatPat science show, like Bill Nye the Science Guy, or I won't say Eureka's Castle. I was thinking about that other show with a giant rat that taught science. I forgot what it was. It was like a guy in a rat costume, but not a costume, like a mascot costume. It was just a big body suit with a realistic face of a human. I would watch that. I would watch a show with MatPat teaching science. Hello, kiddies, and welcome back to another episode of Mr. Science Theory. Is it possible to lift up this 100-pound weight with just one single balloon? Like, get kids into science more. Ooh, found more red ore. other than that, like with with a lot of other YouTubers, I can't get into them. I think the thing is with when you're watching somebody really popular or for a long time, you slowly start to lose interest in them. Because I'm not interested in watching game theory that much. I'll watch it sparingly, but I've never truly watched an episode of Markiplier. I've never truly watched an episode of PewDiePie. I never watch PewDiePie in general. Also, I've noticed that a lot of people, because I don't have a TikTok account. I'll probably never have a TikTok account because I know people probably find TikTok fascinating and fun and cool, but for me, it's not my thing. But I know, I remember, if you guys remember that T-Series versus PewDiePie, when this Indian channel called T-Series was trying to be yo, we're an Indian music company, help us get to, I don't know, 1 billion subscribers before PewDiePie. And PewDiePie people were like, hey, help PewDiePie get to 1 billion before T-Series. And T-Series won. They're doing that. A lot of people are doing that nowadays. They're the D'Amelio sisters. I don't, like I said, I don't have a TikTok account. I don't watch TikToks. But basically, these two popular sisters on TikTok people are trying to get this popular guy more popular than these two TikTok sisters. And so basically, it's the same thing as PewDiePie versus T-Series. And in my opinion, I understand. You want to take a small person who isn't that well known, who makes stuff that you like, and get them to the forefront to get the rightful respect and popularity that they deserve because they put effort into their videos. But sooner or later, you're just going to keep repeating that same thing, because then another person's going to come along and be like, yo, that guy who's doing something original, let's make him more popular than the guy that we originally made popular in the first place. And then it just keeps going and going and going. It's a cycle. It becomes a cycle. And my uncle always says, doing the same thing over and over and over again is basically insanity. Is the definition of insanity. I mean, I technically do the same thing over and over and over again, but I already know I'm insane. Yo, great guys, we got this person popular. Oh wait, this person that's trying to become popular is also becoming popular. Let's get him popular and ignore the other guy who's already popular that we already got popular. It's just a cycle that you keep on repeating. Shoot, pickaxe broke. Huh. Also, that new Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers movie. I'm just gonna make a hypothetical on it. It looks nice. I do miss watching movies. Plus also this has been a long time since Roger Rabbit's been in a movie. But I can already probably tell the plot of the movie by just what I watched and from the trailer. Because trailers are becoming less oh, this is what the movie might be. Here's some twists and turns and somewhat clues of what the movie might be. And now they're just oh, here's what the movie's going to be, and here are the jokes that you're going to be expecting from said movie. But I can already tell, basically, it's just the Rescue Rangers used to be a popular show back in the 80s or 90s. but then they retired, and now there's some type of not epidemic, but some type of new fad where old 2D characters are becoming CGI, even though all the characters in the movie are CGI, but with cell shade. And Dale's the one with the red nose. Chip is the one without the red nose. A lot of people get that confused. And Dale is going for the CGI treatment, and Chip is like, you sort of sold out, man. He's like, I sold out. Look at you. You're just retired. And I can already tell that there's probably going to be some epidemic with some type of, not epidemic, but there's going to be some type of bad guy who's like did some evil programming into the people who got the CGI treatment. He's going to be like, oh, good, everybody who got the CGI treatment, they're going to turn evil after I press this button, and I'll rule the world, or I'll make a bunch of crappy CGI movies and make sequels after sequels after sequels. I'll be rich. And it's up to Chip and Dale to stop them. It sort of seems like that. Like that might be the movie. Oh, it's nighttime. I mean, it's nice to know that Disney's doing other stuff besides just making sequel after sequel after sequel after sequel. But also, it starts getting tiring when you realize that sooner or later Disney's probably gonna make a sequel out of this, or try to make a series out of this. Because I know a lot of people hold Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers close to their heart. I never grew up with it, but you're always gonna have those people who get curious about the thing and they go see it, and then they're like, oh god, this isn't what I expected. This is awful. Okay, let's try to make some houses. Where's my hoe? There we go. There's my hoe. I think with a lot of people just want original stuff, but nostalgia keeps getting back to people because they're like, oh man, I remember this. Oh, and then like, especially if a company's whole gimmick is that they thrive on nostalgia. Because like Disney still uses old characters from movies that kids aren't probably gonna watch. Because, like, there's tons of Disney characters in the Disney theme parks. Because, like, Lilo and Stitch have not been relevant in a long time. They gotta hang on to that property somehow. They gotta keep using them in their theme parks and keep making remakes. I think that's why Disney's making remakes so much. Is because they're like, nobody cares about Cinderella anymore. We have to make them care about Cinderella. We'll make 40 new Cinderella movies. The straight to DVD Cinderella movies were good, in my opinion. They actually made one of the evil stepsisters a likable character and actually relatable. Because sure, she's considered an evil stepsister, but she was basically abused by the mother. The evil stepmother. She was basically abused by her. Let's make a pickaxe. There we go. And like, she's a likable character, I would say that. And the straight to DVD movies were great. Not the best, but decent. I gotta make a new chest. I'm running out of space. Oh shoot, I forgot. I need more pickaxes. There we go. Ooh, other sheep. I need to get you into the... There we go. There we go. Have another baby. Yeah. Also, before I started playing Minecraft again, I've been playing The Sims 2. I forgot how fun The Sims 2 was. Because I used to play it with my sister a lot. Like, because I remember when she got Sims 3, she was like, yo, you can play Sims 2 now. I got Sims 3. And I was like, cool. And so I started playing Sims 2 the most. It was fun. I always try to make my guys get abducted by aliens because I wanted to have a whole alien family. I was like, sweet alien family. I would consider going back to playing games that you used to play when you were younger, or games that brought you a lot of joy. Because, like, there's a lot of treasures and classics in there. Whoa. There we go. Found more diamonds. Oh, I can make a enchantment table now. All I have to do is just get some obsidian. Oh shit! I got too many tools on me. I'll just keep mining this gravel and get the, tool worn out. Come on, get worn out. Come on, get worn out. You're close to breaking. There we go. Besides, I need flint. One of the other type of things, like whenever I'm doing something, you know how like you'll always put like on a random YouTube video on in the background when you're doing something, like doing homework or cleaning. That's what I'll do. But then you start getting into the video, and then you stop doing what you were originally doing, and then because you just start getting into it. Like that's good, but also bad because like you literally ignore all the things that you're supposed to be doing just because you got into this video now. There's this YouTube channel called Defunctland. What they'll do, they do these videos talking about like old cartoons or old series or old amusement parks that used to be a thing, but now they're no longer. And like I get really into them because like they recently did a video talking about Under the Umbrella Tree, an old CBS show about a bunch of wacky animals. It was like Sesame Street if the Sesame Street had the Odd Couples type of vibe. And I got into it. Like I wish I could. I wish I could have grown up with some of those shows because they look great. And it's a shame that half of the old shows that they show or talk about on Defunctland get lost, and it's considered lost media. Because like a person put a lot of hard work and effort into their show, what they wanted to make, but now it's gone forever. Even if a few of the VHSs or DVDs or stuff is gone. How could it get lost? And like it's understandable how it could have got lost because like sometimes when a show ends or a show gets canceled, they'll misplace the original broadcasting roles or the film. I think I might be lost. Yeah, okay. So, follow the torches. This is why you place them down. Where'd I come from? Yeah, I'm lost. I literally lost track of where I last was. You know what? I'll just dig this way. I should have not gotten lost. Like, yeah, up here. Yeah, I'll just dig through and try to find my way out. Yeah, I really shouldn't have gotten lost. Also, they should add in a feature where they should also add in a feature where if you throw a bone to a dog, they'll fetch it. Or like a feature where you can like give different modes set to a dog. Is this it? Is this the way out? Yeah, this place doesn't look familiar. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got out. I was walking in a circle. Also, cats should be able to like kill birds. Cause like I know ocelots used to be the original cats, but now ocelots are like, oh sweet, I found the lush cave. I can't wait until they add in the warden. I better not go too far in because I might get lost. I don't really need the hoe. She's trippy again. Better start breaking some of these torches so that way I can try to find the lush cave again. So that way I don't keep walking in circles. Back upstairs I go. Good. Oh shoot! I was just gonna hold forward and keep jumping, but I accidentally placed down blocks. Okay, there we go. Only need one hand to do it. Let me look on YouTube real quick. Come on, jump. Oh yeah, Crypto Land. That was a weird advertisement. I don't think that's ever gonna work. I don't think a island based around one type of currency is ever gonna work. I know that sounds pretty stupid saying out loud, because like the dollar bills, you know, the dollar bill and change, but it's crypto and NFTs. I think they're just stupid. It seems like something that somebody made up. Like cryptocurrency is something that it feels like it was made up on the spot so that way people can get out of paying actual real money. And then when people started realizing that it actually might be worth something, people are like, hey, wait a second, I can sucker people out of their real money and give them fake money. And then they did it and it worked. Crypto just doesn't feel like it's gonna ever work. And I know most people are gonna be like, Skippy, I have crypto or something like that, but I mean, like you can have crypto. It just feels not real to me. I remember when everybody was rushing to buy crypto. Like everybody first was rushing to buy stocks, then everybody was rushing to buy crypto. Now everybody's rushing to buy NFTs. and a lot of people hate NFTs because of the fact that they seem like they're. It seems like it's just cash grab, not real money. Let's put away. There we go. I really can't. I really don't know why people think NFTs are the future. Also, if you're wondering what type of headset I'm using a Power A Fusion. It's a great headset. I would recommend you buying a pop filter. A pop filter is one of those little tiny, felt like it's one of those little tiny felt things that you put over a mic so that way you don't pop pop pop. Your P's don't pop as much. My lips are dry. Oh, come on. An item from my eBay didn't. An item from my eBay got I got money back from an item that I paid for on eBay. I didn't get the main item because it never arrived. I hate that when that happens. I hate it when you purchase an item but it never comes and you contact the person and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, it never came. Please hold on a few more days or a month." And then it passes again, and then either they try real hard to like keep your money and try to send you your item, or they just send you back your item and you never get the money. Like it's good if the company's honest and they're like, we're sorry, we had shipping problems, or we ran out of that item as soon as you purchased it, so we'll give you back your money and an extra discount off of something else." That's cool. But if it's a group of people or like the company that's like, "Oh, well, we ran out of the things that you asked for. That's your fault, not ours. Just give me my item. I bought it." Yeah, I would like a refund, but I still want the item. Shoot. I need light. I cannot see. I do not know what this flower does, but it seems like it like grows plants better. Oh shoot! Wow, that's really making it dark. I gotta make a bucket so I can get some obsidian, but I still need to get a diamond. I'm about to run out of torches just so I can see in the dark. I bet you're wondering, Skippy, why you keep... Oh, you... Like I was saying, I bet you're probably wondering, why do I keep going down further if I don't have any torches? Well... I might have found a zombie spawner. Because they're coming down. Come on. There has to be some diamonds down here. I see iron. Whew, that could have been me. There we go. Sheesh. I gotta get back up. Come on. Nope. Only got, okay. Okie doke. I gotta try to mine on the other side if I can. Cause I gotta try to get out of here. Can't see where I'm going, so I'll just try to build where I'm going. Oh yes, yes. Oh, sweet clay. I found clay. I can make bricks. They should really add more different type of clay blocks. Like you know how you dry them out. I just need to keep. There we go. I got 64 clay blocks. Now that was a natural reaction. That was a natural reaction. Because I could not see where I was going. I could not see where my things were. And I didn't even know there was a creeper right there. Good grief. Oh yeah, this way, this way, this way. I just want to get my stuff back before it just despawns. Because I have a diamond pickaxe. Where the heck did I go? Oh, that's a slime. Yep, this is where I died. There, finally I can see. Ew. I almost fell down. Good grief. Minecraft does give you that sense of, because like you know you're not invincible, even with a totem on undying. You know sooner or later you can, always die. One, two, three. Oh, good. My diamond pickaxe is still there. Walking on this grass is really terrifying too, because, like, creeper. I got a. Wait, did I get. Yeah, I got glow. Where did I come from again? This way. Oh, it's thunderstorm. Oh, okay. I don't know why I try to mine iron with iron. Technically, by default, you are using that, doing it with iron pickaxe, but not directly with an iron slab. Wait. Ah. I just want to get diamonds, okay? Is that too much to ask for? You know what? I'm going to go make a bucket. Screw this. I might as well go into the nether and try to get some other stuff so I can make potions, so that way I'll be a little bit more safer. Recently, the Proud Family came on Disney Plus. Like they got a new show. I used to watch the Proud Family when I was younger, but I never really been into it. I think the reason why I never liked it is because, like, everybody seems mean in it. Everybody seems spiteful. Like, Penny's friends are flat out just terrible girls. And, like, I know there are friend groups like that, like actual friend groups like that in real life. Everybody's just, not really friends. They all just hang out with each other because they all know that they might be unlikable. So might as well hang out with unlikable people like yourself than rather hang out with people who don't like you, who are actual friends, you know. But like everybody in the Proud family is just unlikable. The grandmother's unlikable because she's mean to her son and she only likes one of her sons. So that's bad parenting, playing favoritism against one over the other. Uh, Penny's often abused by her friends and often stuck watching her little siblings by her parents. Like sure, it's responsibility because sometimes kids have to look. Sometimes kids have to look after their younger siblings, but don't have a bunch of kids and just have them take care of each other if you're not going to actually be responsible adults. That's just irresponsibility. Like everybody's just flat out mean and rude. Sheesh, why does it sound like the thunder's coming inside? But the new Proud House reboot, from the clips that I saw online, because I really don't need to watch the full show, because like you get people who literally upload the whole thing by just in clips, like literally. I think I basically, like, I can determine a TV show if I'm gonna like it or not because people keep uploading clips of it online. How long have I been recording? Roughly for 2 hours. In a few more minutes, I'll probably turn off this recording and upload this. It was raining outside. Okay, good. They got 3 sheeps. Make it morning, make it morning, make it. There we go. I found a lot of iron, but not a lot of, coal. Should I start making my house now? Oh yeah, I gotta put away a lot of my stuff. There we go. There we go. Shoot, no. I gotta eat. Yeah, I'll probably end it here. So, thanks for listening to me talk. Hope the commentary helped out. I don't know how to really end this. So, bye.